This is a straight up groundless intuition that I just had earlier today. I've been in this mode of discovery of the artist Santi Gold, Santi White. Incidentally, I believe Santi White is 100% verifiable US presidential material. Perfectly appropriate as a successor function to whatever ancestor function that she might need to become the successor function to in whatever context. But if that's too abstract, let's focus on what's concrete about Santi White, if we can, if I didn't already forget what I was going to say, which is when one becomes as deeply committed a stoner as I have become, then three things happen. One gets better at losing one's train of thought. One gets better also at recovering one's train of thought. One also gets very good at accepting the patience and leeway from one's friends, putting up with your mindless ramblings, where at least they figure, if I'm to anticipate, would be something like this. Well, this is okay. At least he's stoned, and so he's not being as here's a euphemism: unwell. I'm gonna start using that word much more. Yeah, I haven't seen you, Dimitri, in a while. Have you been? Unwell. Unwell is how I've been, dear. What am I looking for here? President of the United States, number 48, is what comes after the one that is currently in progress, 47. So 48 comes after 47. Why Santi White? Well, she's a daughter of Philadelphia, first of all. Her family and her father has been involved in mayoral politics in various roles. I don't know, consultancy. I'm just basing this on whatever the Wikipedia said. And Santi's mother is a psychiatrist. Santi's sister is a critical theorist in humanities complet department. in Penn State. Pardon me, Professor White, for my mistakes. And Santi White went to Wesleyan, and she double majored, got a bachelor's in music performance and or theory and African American studies. And then she immediately started working in major label music as an A&R rep, and that's something that I know very much about myself as the scrappy label boss that I am, romping all around Europe, banging on doors, trying to, be my own A&R rep and my own lawyer and my own distributor and my own God knows what, my own therapist. That's always a good one. So, I have some dimensions where I can really identify with certain things that Santi White has been through. And in fact, I haven't spoken to some the real old school Thalo people, but in fact, because of all the old school dub lab people, Frosty and Allie and stuff. Yeah, I bet you guys are like personal friends with Santi White. I bet she's played a dub lab loads of times. I'm ignorant, but I know a lot about music at the same time. You guys know how it is. It's like you always miss stuff, no matter how much you try to pay attention. But God, now as soon as, because I haven't spoken to very many people from LA recently, but now, watch. Now, the first phone calls I'll get tomorrow, it'll be like people like, oh yeah. I'll suddenly realize everybody that I know knows her. But she lives here. She lives in Bed-Stuy or something. I mean, if whatever, I don't know when the interview was that I heard. She is United States of America presidential material if I've ever seen it. She has 3 children. I don't know what her home life is like, but she is a rock star. She is a working career rock star and mother who is raising 3 children right now. No problem. So, hey, add president to the list. You know what is going to change in Santi White's life? 0. 0 will change. The moment you try to make her something other than she is, the whole machine will break apart. But if you let literally that person, Santi White, stand up there at the top, at the Resolute desk, and start making judgments, she'll 80-20 the whole day, and she'll still have most of the time to spend in the studio, and all the world leaders will wait patiently because they think, well, yeah, we've got this, but at least she's got a couple of college degrees and they're real. And her music's fucking dope too, right? So there's that.